storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
Here we go, right? So I saw some people that were singing, Joe, Storm, my name ain't Joe. Storm, you owe Joe an apology. No, I don't owe him an apology. I said he got to address the claims that Tahiry made on Hollywood Unlocked, that he broke her nose, that he threw her down steps, that he cracked her ribs, that he held her against her will. He got to address this shit, all right? Now, I'm going to say this before I play Joe's videos and Tahiry's video. First things first. After the receipts have been pulled from Marriage Boot Camp, I do believe Tahiry is not telling the whole truth, which means you're lying. I ain't saying Joe ain't never slapped her up, but the nose breaking thing, that wasn't done by Joe. But I'm going to play the videos and let you come to that conclusion yourself. I'm going to say this to both of them. Both Joe Budden and Tahiry are getting in their older years everything they manifested in their younger years. Both of them separately have caused hell, been abusive to others that had nothing to do with their bullshit, wasted a bunch of other people's time, didn't focus on building a family when it was worth it. You know, that's why Joe now got 2 kids by 2 baby mamas. What in the hell was Joe doing 50 with a little 3-year-old? What in the hell was Joe doing knocking up a Sin Santana, a coochie slanger, coochie eater, coochie slanger that don't even want to clean up? Clean your nasty ass house. What? Men is really moving women in that don't clean. I mean, who's raising these women anyway? That's their new age, right? So I say all this to say, ladies and gentlemen, Tahiry, Joe Budden, this is what happens when you squander your youth. This is what happens when you let the world convince you that in order to have fun, you got to be drunk and high out of your mind, and you got to have sex with everything that has 2 legs and a warm hole. Warm or cold, because in the industry, they don't even care if it's alive or awake. This is what happens. You get old and all this shit comes back on you, and now you trying to fix all the shit you did in your past. Too late. This is who you are. Joe Budden ain't gonna never settle down with nobody that's worth a damn, and ain't nobody worth a damn gonna ever wife Tahiry. Her best years are behind her. Her best body is behind her too. It's done. I know it was hard for you, Tahiry, to sit there and stand next to Erica Mena, one of your friends that you hold with out there in them streets, and watch her get married. But you want to know why Erica Mena is married and you are not, Tahiry? Because of the type of dude that she finally picked. Y'all better start going for the corny dude. You might want to start going for the dude with a 9 to 5. You might want to start going for the dude that's a little short and got a little push, because that's probably the one that's gonna stick. Low key, I don't want to be pretty. Let me be average looking and hard working, because it seems like you have an easier life that way. I'm gonna play Joe Budden's response to Tahiry. I'm gonna play the proof on Marriage Boot Camp, and we'll be right back.
Asia, your skin looks amazing. What are you doing?
Thanks, girl. I discovered these life-changing products called SOS Creations. I've been using their toning up package, and it has really made a big difference. And they have products for everyone. So if you have dark spots, stretch marks, acne, pimples, sun damage, psoriasis, eczema, or age spots, anything, they have products for you. So you should call them today.
I'm going to call right now.
Call 240-288-3414. That's 240-288-3414. Or visit SOSCreation.com.
Oftentimes, some of these stories come out, and we're in this moment where we support everybody. For me, this was nasty and disgusting. Too many years because I've chose to remain quiet about certain things, just so you could continue a certain narrative. Those days are over now. This young lady is a liar, a cancerous, toxic liar. You were abusive. You used to beat my ass. You threw shit. You hit me. You kicked me. You did a whole bunch of shit that's not normal for a man to speak out about because it makes you appear less manly. Mm-hmm. But that was a really, really toxic situation. You said or made it oftentimes as though your nose was broken as a result of abuse by Joe. You were not clear in how and when and why you got your nose broken. You called me when you got into that physical altercation with that gentleman and he punched you in your face and your nose was broken. Why this story is coming up now and how it's related to me exactly, I'm unclear. but I can tell you what happened since your memory seems to be a bit foggy all of a sudden. I received a phone call. Yo, I'm heading to Sin City after party. We're gonna turn it up. You go there, you get in a situation with a guy, he punches you in the face. I receive a phone call. We on our outs. I only remember this because I was out cheating at the time. I got a phone call. Yo, I got into some shit at Sin City. I need you. Come. As though you're... We came. I was at the hospital. Were you with me at the hospital? Mm-hmm. There's public record of this. See, and that gets me to some of these bloggers and some of these just reporters that refuse to just authenticate some shit or fact check some shit. This shit is easily searchable. You have been clout/check chasing since our separation. And it pains me to speak this way because my respect for women is too high. We came. I was at the hospital. Were you with me at the hospital?
All right. Let me remind you really quick of what Tahiry said.
It looked like you and Joe, well, clearly your friendship is in a good place, right?
With Joey, there's no telling because it's just he's pretty much unpredictable. I don't know if I trust him too much. That relationship left me with a fractured rib, a broken nose because somebody was sending him a message, and I used to always say, "Yo, stop beefing out there. I'm out there still working." And he hit me on that nose and then pushed me down a flight of stairs. I remember having to talk him out of letting me go that day. I remember having a plan to leave because the reason why he was so upset was because I was already leaving. Looking through my phone and shit.
Okay. So let's come back. She said you heard what he said. She was beating my ass too. I personally believe they both were abusive to one another. They both are toxic. And to be quite frank, both Joe and both Tahiry are extremely disrespectful individuals with their mouths. They both from the hood. And anybody you know from the hood got this much of a temperament for somebody running their mouth. So if you both got two smart asses in a relationship, what you think gonna happen? Somebody's gonna get their ass beat. Let's keep it real. If you hood, oh Lord. Even being black or Hispanic, them damn Italians too don't take that lip. A lot of us brought up in homes where you can't get out the mouth too much without getting popped. What in the hell you think people gonna take out in their relationships? So I believe they both hit each other. I believe they both were toxic. I believe Joe don't remember every time he might have hit her because he was probably high as hell. Now Joe, she did lie on you. Sort of. But Joe, now don't you see how Nicki Minaj felt when you were alluding that Nicki Minaj was on pills and you didn't know? You talk about us bloggers that don't know our shit, but Nicki had to come and check you to your face and sun you on your own show because you said she was on powder and pills and you didn't know that to be a fact? Shit don't feel good. In life, you're going to get it on the front end or the back end, but you're going to get it. All them women you cheated on, Joe, this is all karma for that. Tahiry, all the good men that did come along in your life, because it was good men that stepped to you, you just didn't want to talk to him, Tahiry. Like you said, if his shoes got a crease in them, I can't talk to him. Well, a man going to have a crease in his shoes if he's walking in them. That's what shoes are made for. You know, they're a little dirty because he's been walking back and, you know, he's been going to work. You know, and now you have an unemployed man in your house. But I'm sure his shoes are very clean. Priorities are everything. Now, let's go ahead and play what Tahiry said about the nose-breaking incident on Marriage Boot Camp. And then you let me know if she lying or not.
My nose. I see a lot of nose.
Why do you hate that about yourself?
Because I just do it. A couple years ago, a man punched me in the face and it's forever crooked. Someone broke my nose years ago. I was out and a man just threw this punch and cracked my nose. So ever since then, all I see is nose because it's actually pretty crooked. I hate my nose. I see a lot of nose.
Okay. All right. So now, we done heard Tahiry say what she say to Hollywood Unlocked. We heard what she said on Marriage Boot Camp. You've heard Joe's response. Who do y'all believe? Because for me, For me, the truth is somewhere in the middle. That's just how I feel. They abuse each other. But that nose, no ma'am, Joe didn't break your nose. And then low key, it's kind of sad because it's like, well, how many times has a man hit you that now, like, no, for real, maybe she ain't even lying purposely. Maybe it's subconscious. Like, maybe she'd have been knocked upside her head so many times. I'm not trying to be funny, but maybe she's been abused so much she can't even remember, like, who did what. And that's even more sad. Why does everything lead to Nikki Storm? I said that because he didn't like how bloggers were running with Tahiry's narrative, just like Nikki didn't like when he ran with the pill narrative on her and he didn't know that to be a fact. But I'm going to say my sympathy for both of y'all is limited because you was still willing to get on your knee and ask that woman to marry you. So all in all, the toxicity of that whole relationship, it couldn't have been that damn bad. Low key, y'all kind of deserve each other. Y'all both ain't shit, to be honest. Are you sick of walking around with that pooch that you just can't lose? Have you been trying to get back into your favorite apple bottom jeans, but you just ain't been able to? Or are you ready to finally have a beach body that you don't have to hide with the shirt or with the sarong? Then I got the perfect product for y'all, and it is called My Colon Cleaner. Now, this is not something that, you only do once every 3 months or once every 6 months. It is a daily fiber supplement that you will incorporate with healthy diet and proper exercise, along with a lot of water intake throughout the day in order to keep your poo moving, keep you healthy, keep you sound and in good health. So try.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.